Hey, welcome to Beyond the Blueprint. Today we got Mr. Taylor with Cedar Creek Media sitting at the table with us. Get to know a little bit about him. And we got Maddie Pruitt, Tyson Johnson, and Braden Compton, also known as the best there ever was. Hey, we're going to have fun today, everybody. We're just going to cut loose a little bit, let y'all get to know each of us on a personal level, I guess you'd say. And that's our 10th episode, so let's give a round of applause for our 10th episode.
We hit the double digits.
Yeah.
We hit the double digits.
We haven't quit or given up. We have a lot of fun doing this, and really, I enjoy doing it to get the week started. And it seems like Mondays at 1 o'clock. For y'all that know, we drop this on Wednesdays at 11, but Mondays at 1 o'clock is when we do our filming of all this stuff, and it sneaks up on us really fast.
Yeah, it does. You're right out of the weekend. Everything's been calm, cool, collected. Then all those Monday fire alarms start hitting, and then it's time for a podcast. And it starts at 1 o'clock, but usually it's about 1:08. It's kind of like an NFL kickoff. You know, it's supposed to start at 3:25. Really gets going about 3:31, 3:32.
He hit
you know,
nail on the head with a 108, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, I do have a couple clocks in front of me.
Yeah,
that's true.
I mean, we would have been at 1 o'clock if our media guy had his stuff together.
Yeah.
He'd been set up since 10 o'clock, but he wasn't ready.
You're welcome, JD. I made sure I took care of you.
So we're just going to have fun. I think we all got little questions for each other and everything. I want to start the questions off for Mr. Braden over here. He asked me what the question would be, and I wouldn't tell him what it was. And
is this what you were talking about?
About what? No, not all. This totally different subject. But we'll get to that. What was the word that the lady used?
Persistent.
Yeah, he's very persistent. But that's a whole other subject. We all know you, Braden. I mean, you're fairly new to the company. You've been here almost a year, and you're a youth pastor at a local church here. And you started dating a young lady.
That can go so many ways.
that you're here with. And my question to you, Braden, is what does true love mean to you?
That's a vague question, though.
Well, answer the best way you can.
Well, I mean, if you are we talking like on a serious note?
Well, however way do you?
If you're talking,
you don't joke about love.
If
Braden.
you compare, who do you? Okay, if you're comparing love, if you look at an example of love, who do you look at?
No, we're not answering questions with questions.
It goes into my question.
Huh?
It goes into
I
my
love
answer.
my wife.
No. But that's what I'm saying. When you think of the perfect example of love, who do you compare yourself to? Who should you compare yourself to? You should compare yourself to the way that Jesus loves us, right? And what does Jesus? Jesus, it's a sacrifice. He sacrificed for us. So love is sacrifice. Love, that's what love is. You sacrifice for somebody. You make sacrifices to either put them in a good situation or however that sacrifice may
So
look.
to you, true love means sacrificing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a...
That's why I hadn't fell in love, boys. That is why I hadn't fell in love.
Not willing to sacrifice, huh?
Not yet. No. That's what anytime anybody asks me if I'm why I'm still single or anything, well, first say, well, this has something to do with it. But the other thing is that, man, if I want to go do something, I'm going to go do something. Like, I'm selfish about my time. You know what I mean? And that's, if you're in a relationship, a committed relationship, from what I understand, that is not something that is a normal thing. So.
Right.
But
Pleading the fifth is what I'm doing.
Your wife does watch.
I don't want any evidence out and about of what I feel about it.
Maybe we should ask this question to Tyson, because Tyson's probably been married the longest here. How many years y'all been married?
31.
31? Yeah. What year was that? Do the math.
95.
95 is when y'all tied the knot and everything. What's been the secret to y'all's relationship to be married this many years? Yes, dear?
Probably learning how to say yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Or is that sacrifice? Sometimes you don't want to say it, but you got to.
It is.
Is that sacrifice or is that compromise?
I think sacrifice and compromise they kind of go hand in hand.
Think so?
A little bit. Depends on the situation, I guess. Depends on the situation.
I think at my house, I run everything at my house.
The dishwasher.
I run the dishwasher, the vacuum So I guess it is sacrifice.
Yeah. So, Maddie, I mean, how long you been married?
Going on 7 years now. Yeah,
7
got
years?
married in 2019.
Y'all got a little boy, right?
Yep. Riggs McCager Pruitt.
And how old is he? How old is he?
He's 2 years old. 2 years, just turned 2 years old in January.
He's been in the hospital how many times?
17, 20,
Yeah.
somewhere around there. Yeah, no, he's only been in the hospital a couple times, but he's been sick a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He tells me he's in the hospital, but he might really just want a day off. I mean, so I'm trying to get that was a trick question.
Yeah.
Trick question there.
No, he's had a rhinovirus probably about 18 times since he's been in daycare. He's had head, foot, and mouth 3 times. He's had mono here as of recently. I mean,
What
daycares are just,
What daycare does he go to? Don't say that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna out them like that.
Yeah.
But no, he's daycares are a petri dish. They're just gross little kids all around running, spitting all over each other and sharing toys and
What kind of? And your wife is a teacher at Mabank ISD, correct?
teacher here. Yeah, they'll probably give you a clue where the daycare is. But yeah, she's a teacher at the middle school in the special education department, and we both moved to work in this area at the same time. The same time I started working for Mosier, she started working for the school district. So we both kind of packed our work bags and started heading in the same direction about the same time. So.
Do y'all commute with each other?
No, there's no way. No way. I don't have to be here as early as she has to be at work. So she's usually out the door by 7, and I'm out the door at 8:30ish. So.
Where are you from originally?
I tell everybody that my hometown is Sulphur Springs.
Okay.
I really kind of started life in Box Springs, right down the road in Mesquite, but I moved up to Sulphur Springs when I was 14, and I've pretty much been in Sulphur Springs up until 2019 when I got married and bought a house over in Kaufman. So, yeah, it's a little bit different area, but Sulphur Springs isn't that far away. So
No.
Matter of fact, it's in Mabank's new district.
It is,
the new
yeah.
football basketball district. So
Yeah.
they're playing Silver Springs.
Yeah.
They're good. They're very good.
They beat Mabank and everything?
So
They haven't really played a whole lot.
speaking of Sulphur Springs, we played them
Yeah.
our junior and senior year. And senior year was the year I tore my ACL, and I think this was like the first game so I had surgery on a Thursday night. I missed that Friday night game, and it was this very next game. I was still on crutches, still pretty fresh out of surgery, maybe a week. And it rained, and we played, I think the game ended at like 2:30 that morning because we got rained out and rain delay. And I was crutching from the locker room back to the sideline.
It's
and
walking.
I hit I was not walking. You might walk with your crutches. I was crutching. The crutches were holding every bit of my weight. And
I found that derogatory.
I hit a wet spot fresh out of surgery, and I ate it pretty hard.
Go ahead.
No, I wasn't. I actually wasn't even going to bring that up. I promise you, I really wasn't. It wasn't even in the plan. I just started talking about Silver Springs, and I remember falling in it. It hurt pretty bad.
Just another thing he's the best at, Just another thing.
No,
he's
I'm not the
at.
best at falling in this room.
Man. 10th episode already.
I wish I wasn't the only one there.
Tyson, you ever have trouble falling?
I don't have any trouble falling. My landing I hadn't got figured out yet.
They say the floor is always there for you. No matter whatever happens, the floor is always there for you.
Man, I'm getting to that age now where 10 years ago, really not even that, 5 years ago, if I fell, it was like, okay, cool. And I've always been a bigger guy, So it's, hey, whatever, get up, dust yourself off. if I fell now, I legitimately don't know if I'd get back up. Like, I mean, I'm getting to the point in where age, and everybody says, hey, somewhere in your like mid 30s, that wall hits you where like you wake up and like your back's locked up. And I can't tell you how many mornings over the last year I've woke up and had to go like straight out to the living room to get some space and just lay out and try and stretch out and everything. I mean, it is insane, man. I'm telling you, Braden, you don't know, man. Everybody said that, and I was like, okay, whatever. I'm telling you, bro, somewhere around 34, 35, it just, you hit a wall. And I mean, you still got energy to do things, but man, I'm telling you, it feels like it takes a lot more effort to get up and do things nowadays.
It's funny, he talks about crutching, whatever he used there. But, you know, when I go to job site, I'm crutching around, you know, and especially if it's a busy job site and the homeowner's there, they look at me, you know, they're nervous as hell, man. I mean, they're like freaking out and scared I'm going to fall and everything. They don't realize that, you know, I'm somewhat of a puma on those things.
No, I don't know about that.
So
Customers are like, no, let's don't even worry about the second floor.
Yeah.
Let's just stay down here.
We had to go up a second store, and Matt had to put those plastic things on his shoes to get up their stairs. That was pretty bad.
Like grippers or something?
no, it's a
Like
little shoe condom. Just
Okay. Like keep them
Yeah.
or clean or whatever. Okay, yeah.
But we did go to a job in Dallas one day, and we're heading back. And
This might have been the same day, actually.
I think it was.
I think it was the same day.
And we're coming back, and Braden's only been with us probably about a month at that point in time. And I said, hey, let's stop here at this restaurant, Mateo's restaurant, little Mexican food place.
Man, it was good.
It's right there like at Walnut Hill in 75 or whatever. And I hadn't been there in a decade. It's been a long time. And I remember they had good food. So we pulled in there, and I was like, man, I got to go use the restroom really bad. And he was like, I do too, you know. And I made sure I was like, hey, get your own urinal. We're not sharing urinals.
No,
That's kind of weird. I really didn't know Braden very well.
No, don't even.
But no,
repeat that
in all
to you.
seriousness, as we're walking in there, you know, I walk in, and as soon as you walk in, you turn left to get to the stall. And
Remembers it like it was yesterday.
it felt like it was yesterday. And I wiped out, and inside the door, so the edge of the partitions hit me in the head, and I'm laying there, jacked my arm all up.
I'm in the middle of peeing.
It's in there, man, peeing. Sounds like a machine gun over there in the water.
I said, do you need help? No.
And so, you know, I used the restroom, and he's washing his hands. I come out of it. I couldn't even open the door because the floor was so greasy in there. I fell because of the grease of the floor. And this is like a pet peeve of mine when you're crutching around and you go into restaurants and stuff. Like, I remember being in the restaurant business when I was a kid, you know, working fast food and stuff. Like, the kitchen had a separate mop than the bathrooms did. They're supposed to be separated. We learned that, you know. And a lot of places, people just don't know. I guess they weren't trained. They'll take the kitchen mop and mop the bathrooms up, and I don't care what kind of shoes I have on, dude. I can't walk in there with crutches, dude. I'm sliding like it's on ice. And I sit there, and I couldn't open the door. Every time I opened the door would pull my whole body and stuff would slide back to the door. I couldn't open it up and everything, man.
Y'all ever seen Dune? Like the movie, the Dune movies,
Sand,
whatever.
yeah.
That's what we need for you, man. We need to get you like what was the Harkonnen guy, where you just had that thing where you just like floated up above everybody. That's what we need to get for Matt. We need to
definitely
get
need a
people in.
hovercraft.
You know what I'm saying? Just some kind of way that you can just kind of float above us and just look down at us little peasants like we are. You know what I mean? I think it'd be
Like
perfect
me,
for
dude.
you.
I kind of do that already.
Doesn't need any help looking down.
Yeah, I kind of do that already. No, not really. But
I'll just.
just unplug me.
All right. Well, here, I want to ask a question now. So y'all have got a bunch of projects going on right now. What's the most unusual project y'all have going on here at Mosier's right now?
Unusual. I mean, everything seems pretty normal for the most part.
I would say just like out of the ordinary that we don't.
I
do
got
a lot,
one right now. It's
Probably
actually-
the golf simulator.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not.
I mean, it's just not
typical
it's,
for us.
Yeah, it's not
but
typical.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little.
I think
a little
I
different.
think I'll hit a different way. Golf simulator, by the way. Yeah, we do those. It's really cool. But one kind of y'all went and walked today. We have a client right now that they tore up all the floors up on the house, and the house is like 3 inches out of level. And so we're trying to figure out, with the homeowner, we got to call her in a little bit. I'm like, hey, what do you want to do about this? Because your flooring's not going to be right. Well, I don't think we can even self-leveling so bad that I don't know if self-leveling will even help putting the flooring down, because with the different seasons, as stuff moves up and down, we haven't come across that really in a long time, this house that's that bad out of level. So
I was going to say, because 3 inches, I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a ton.
That's a
And
lot in my house. I don't know what you're talking about.
but
sorry,
they
Chuck.
took it. Man, that's got to be bleached. Kind of like Braden's wet spot a while ago. Finding it like we done taken this way off the rails.
Well, anything can happen whenever it's just buddies sitting around. You know what I mean? That's the other thing is there's not as you all notice, there's not a normal guest. It's just kind of the crew today. So
Yeah.
it's a little easier to get out of bounds when it's just the boys sitting around. So
Yeah.
This is a normal talk. We actually was having a talk last one. Tots and dots get real big. You know what I say? So, we're having a talk the other day. I think it was Friday. I think it was me, Maddie, and Tyson just sitting here. Braden was out doing youth stuff, getting ready, taking kids on the youth trip that he went to this weekend. And we sat around and started talking, and somebody was talking about Mobile, Alabama, and there's a story behind all that. And then we looked up, and there was somebody standing right there, and we didn't hear him come in.
That ain't good. That ain't good.
yeah, you need a bell or a buzzer or a chimer or some kind of hey, let me know.
Yeah, was having guy locker room talk.
Definitely need to get a doorbell for that.
Yeah, we definitely maybe just lock that side door, because we can see him come to the front door that way and everything. But have any of y'all ever had like a paranormal experience?
Oh yeah.
I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind is not necessarily a paranormal experience, but just like the freakiest thing I've ever been through. My mom's dad owned it was like a 90-acre plot in one area and then like 37 acres down the road in Durant, Oklahoma, right? Well, guy down the road from us, he had a bunch of hogs that he raised, and one year they all got out. So for the next 5, 6, 7 years, there's just hogs everywhere. Well, all my, I kind of come from a redneck family, so all my cousins come up with, 30-30s and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, they're excited to go hunting. So all that to say, scariest experience, hog is shot. We take him back to the back pasture. They're butchering him, all that kind of stuff. My grandpa loves liver. Like, he was a big fan of anything liver. Well, 12-year-old Taylor gets a full pig liver handed to him and says, hey, go take this to the house. I don't have a car. I don't have a four-wheeler. So I'm just walking in pitch black with this pig liver in my hands about, 70, 80.
Sounds like a scary movie.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, it was the scariest thing of my life. I mean, you're just out there in the middle of pitch black. It's in the woods out in Durant. This is before Durant got built up and stuff. So, yeah, I'm telling you, that was the scariest thing I've ever done, is walking with a raw pig liver through the middle of a pasture, and you can hear the coyotes off in the distance and stuff. I mean, they're not close to me or anything, but yeah, it was definitely, it wasn't necessarily paranormal. It was real life, but I'm telling you, it was like, it definitely make you grow up a little bit when you're 12.
I don't know what to say about that.
Like I said, I had some redneck folks in my
It's
family.
normal redneck life. That's all it is.
What was yours there, Maddie?
Man, I had, as a young baby, I guess I was probably about 2 years old. My dad owned a house, or bought a house in Mildred, out there. Is that like north of Corsicana? Is that Mildred? I think, yeah. And so my mother and my dad lived in that house, and I had, we had an old piano in that house. And throughout the day, I had my imaginary friends as a kid, I'd talk to, whatever, and everything was fine. But at night, I would apparently crawl out of my crib, and I'd go sit on that piano. During the day, I'd sit at the piano, but It's a piano bench. You sit in the middle of it, you bang on it, fine, whatever. You go on about your day. But as a kid, whenever I go sit on that piano, I'd always sit to one side. You know, parents would be asleep, and I'd go sit on that piano bench on one side of it, and I'd just sit there and talk to somebody while I was playing on the piano. And it scared the crap out of my parents. They did not like that very much.
Yeah, I can
and I had an older sister and stuff that would come, and they'd bring her kids. Her kids are the same age as me. And so when they'd come and visit, apparently their kids always would freak out and cry. And I'd sit there and laugh. They'd point at something, and they're crying about it, and I just sit there and enjoy whatever they're laughing at. Finally, it just kind of it really upset my mother. And so I guess she had gone to like in the library or something in Corsicana to try and dig up some dirt on this house. And she had found out that there was a mother with 3 kids that lived there, and through some alcoholic rage, the father of their kids came and about took all of them out. And so that happened in the house, apparently. And anyways, after that, we didn't stay in that house for very much longer. And they had moved out. And I always thought that was kind of a bunch of crap. My mom had told me that story as a kid. But at one point in time, my dad told me that story too. And my mother and my dad split up by the time I was 4. And so for them both to tell me the exact same story, I kind of take it as truth. And so that's about the only thing paranormal that's happened with me. But about 3 weeks ago, my kid has started doing, not the crawling out of the crib, but he has been pointing in corners and laughing and saying ghost. Or what we think he's saying is ghost. And I'm just real uneasy in my own house right now.
Yeah, I got a story about that.
So, anyways, I mean, that's about all the paranormal I've ever seen. But and I don't remember any of it, but I do know the story from both my parents telling me, and it's actually just been fresh on my mind because of my own kid doing the same thing. And yeah, anyways, like I said, I'm buying a house. So any realtors want to reach out, I'd like to move immediately.
Yeah. You ever had anything like?
I don't think I really have had any paranormal experiences. I know back when I was in high school, Oak Lawn Cemetery right up here on 175, where there's a concrete plant across 175 over there in a dirt road that went round by it. And we would drive down that dirt road and get muddy, and we'd mud down that dirt road, and we were just kids messing around. And we got stuck down there one night, and we were sitting there and looking across 175, just pasture land, a few trees, but mostly open pasture land. And every once in a while, these globes of light would just appear. And we sat there for hours watching, and it was very random, but these globes of light would just start showing up out in the pasture. And it really scared the hell out of all of us. Yeah. You know, we were like, what in the world is going on? And it turned out it was headlights hitting the tombstones when the cars were going by that we were seeing. So it wasn't really paranormal, but it was pretty scary.
I was going to ask if you were partaking in any kind of extracurricular activity.
Yeah. We don't talk about that. So I got a couple of them. When I was a kid, my grandparents lived in Pleasant Grove and stuff, and my older brother would love to stay the night with them, but me not so much, because every time I would go to the restroom, I didn't know at the time, but my grandparents would knock on the living room wall, which was part of the bathroom wall, then tell me when I got out that was Nanaw there in the house that ghosted Nanaw, which was my grandmother's mother. And so my grandparents just thought it was funny, it just scared me and my cousins to death with these fake ghosts that are in the house and stuff. And so when I was asked to stay the night, I'm like, no, I'm not staying. And it might be a trick that I need to start trying my grandkids so they're not over at my house.
Thin out the herd a little bit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But, when I had my oldest daughter, she was about 4 or 5 years old. We had when you walk through the front door, there's a living room to the to the side, and you keep walking. There's a kitchen, another living room. Then there's a long hallway. At the end of the hallway was Haley's bedroom. And, man, we used to put her to bed like 8 o'clock, like clockwork, you know. And it's about 11:30, 12 o'clock. I get up out of the living room, and I'm going to the kitchen to get me a little snack. And I happen to see something in the corner of my eye. And I look down the hallway, and Haley's standing outside of her door in a dark hallway. And I look at us. I said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Scary monster." I said, "Get you the beep, 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 back in there and lay down." And so she went and laid down. I give me something to eat, walked back down there. I looked down there like, she down there? No, she went back in there. And I went in there and I told her mom at the time, I told her what happened and everything. She goes, "Well, go back there and check on her." I'm like, "I'm not going back there and check on her." And I didn't. You know.
And to this day, I'll stand on that. I didn't go back
No,
there.
no, I didn't. And it's funny is we moved into a new house out in Talty. I got several stories about this stuff. We had a new house in Talty, and their mom was wanting to buy a piano for the girls because a couple of them were taking piano lessons. And I don't know if there was, I guess there was eBay back then, right? I don't remember really how we bought stuff back then, but it was a long time ago. You're talking like 2008, 2009, probably somewhere around there. And I found a thing where I found this little wall piano. And it's probably 2010 because I was still in the wheelchair at the time. And so I found one, and we lived in Forney at the time, and I forget, it was, the place when we picked it up was 30 or 45 minutes away. I can't remember exactly where it was at. And so I asked one of my neighbors to go with me, 2 of them, so they can load it in the back of the truck or whatever. And we got to this place, we buy the piano, and the lady goes, as we're loading up, she goes, "Hey, would you like some old music books and stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, that's fine." And so she grabbed me a whole stack of them. We get back to the house, and the neighbors, you know, brought into the house sitting there. Then they brought the books and stuff. We had a pool table sitting right there. She set them on the pool table. And I don't know, hours went by. Then their mom started going through the music books, opened them up, and was looking through them. And she opened it up. Inside one of the music books was a school picture of my daughter inside the music book. And we're freaking out, man.
What?
And we had a dresser that, in the bottom drawer of the dresser by the pool table, like a little hutch deal, we used to keep like all the random pictures of the girls or school pictures and stuff in there. And we go to find that picture, because it's one of our school pictures we got. We go in there, we pull the sheet out, and there's not one picture missing from the sheet. And we have no idea how this lady and how her picture was in there and everything. And we got divorced. And I literally asked my kids the other day, I'm like, "Hey, does your mom still have that piano?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, she still has it." I'm like, "Hell no." I thought that thing was haunted. And in that house there in Talty, when you walk through the garage, there was a hallway there. And down that hallway we had a storage room that had a lock on it that you can put like Christmas, whatever you want to put in there. Then there was a laundry room. Then there was a bathroom. Then Haley's bedroom was right there. Then you had the kitchen, living room and stuff. And the other end of the house was the master bedroom and the other bedrooms for her sisters and stuff. Until we sold the house, when I was always the last one to go to bed. You know, I'll go to bed like at midnight every night. Everybody's always in bed. I'm watching TV. And I get up, and if there was a light down that hallway or the garage door needed to be shut down the hallway, Matt didn't do it. No. I went to bed and I locked my bedroom door, but I would not go down that hallway. That's where that piano was at. It gave me the heebie-jeebies, man. I was scared to death, bro. And it's always had to deal with, which reminds me, Haley's living back with me now. So I don't know if it's something that's following her around from the scary monster to the pool table. But I will say this, that she did get a couple of cats that she went and picked up. I've been totally against the cats living at our house. And she promised me yesterday that they would leave them in the kennels or something in the room and stuff. So I'm just waiting for one night I'm going to get freaked out about the cats, because cats completely freak me out, man. I don't like
Cats freak you out.
Absolutely. I think they're evil.
Okay, we hold on, everybody. Get a pause break. Let's dig into this a little bit. So, I mean, what are you Egyptian? Like, what is the deal? Why are you scared of cats? Like,
He's scared of his own shadow.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot. I mean, dude, you're talking about fighting a shark over here, and you're worried about a cat. Like, come on, what is it about cats? What is it about? I mean, seriously, what? I mean. Okay, my cat is. We had this
I think
discussion.
they're evil. I don't know if it has to do the black cats are bad luck and witches and the way they curl their backs and they
I think
purr.
cats see stuff that we don't see.
Yes.
Because like you were talking about your kids sitting there pointing and laughing at something. Mm-hmm. My wife and daughter love cats. I'm not a cat fan at all.
Yeah.
At all. But they have a few cats. And I watch these cats because I really feel like you do. I think they may be demonic.
Yes. I absolutely.
But these cats will just be looking at stuff up, and there's nothing there.
They don't have round pupils,
No.
do they?
No.
Yeah, they're slit, right?
They're slits.
Then he
Yeah.
says, "Do they?"
I'll make sure.
Let me make sure I'm right.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I think cats are a little more standoffish than your typical animal, you know. And now I'm not gonna lie to you. If it was like a house cat that weighed like 90 pounds, then yeah, I'd probably be scared of it because that thing could do some damage. But I don't know, man. Like, I found, you know, like I told you, my dog, she found my cat. Y'all didn't hear this, but I lived in Tyler and I didn't have a back fence. It was just a creek back there. And I've got a 150-pound Cane Corso, then I've got like a 90-pound Staffordshire. My Staffy found a cat back there. When I called the ASPCA, they were like, yeah, we're so full, we'll probably have to put him down. So long story short, now I've had a cat for like 7 or 8 years. Dude runs the roost. Like I said, I got a 90-pound Staffordshire and I got a 150-pound Corso. The cat is absolutely the one in charge. So I get what you're saying. You know what I mean? But at the same time, dude, like my cat, he wants to sit up in my lap. He wants to hang out. He loves on me. Like, I don't know. My cat's more like
He's
a dog.
snatching your soul.
No, he's not, though. He's not, though. You know what I mean? That's my boy right there. So he's a jerk. He's a jerk, but I love him.
So we had a cat. So
Okay.
my girls got a cat when they were little, and they taught me into it. And I get this cat, and we lived over in Forney at the time, different from the Talty house. And the cat's name was Bootsy because it was black and had white paws, which is part of the story what I'm getting into. And so we had the cat, and when we bought the new house, we were taking the other house in Forney and turning it into a rent house. Well, the cat got to the point where this cat wasn't a lap cat. You know, he'd go to the door and, you know, let the door out, he'll go outside, and he'll come back scratching at the door, and you let him in type of deal. Was never got in nobody's lap and everything. And when we got time to move, we could never catch the cat because he didn't come to commands or anything like that. He would get up in a tree and never come down. So I'm like, all right, dude, you know, we're leaving. You know, I'll come back next week and check on you. And so we had to get the house ready for renters and stuff. And it was during a weird time in the market where the house sat on the market for like 6 months. And we were constantly going over there once a week, you know, checking the water pipes and that sort of deal. And finally the realtor called me and says, hey, we got a renter. Make sure you do a final clean on the house. They're moving in Monday, blah, 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 blah. Well, I pulled up over there after work one day to go check on it. And sure enough, old Bootsy was by the front door finally going, I'm like, oh, all right. Well, now you want to go home. And the cat probably lost 15 pounds. I mean, because it was a big old cat. We fed it all the time and hadn't eaten 6 weeks or ate whatever it caught, I guess. And we take it home, and we get there. The girls I didn't tell them. I just came home with it, and they're all excited that the cat's back and everything. And so their mom decided at the time, let's go get it declawed, and we won't let it outside no more. We didn't want it tearing up the furniture and stuff. So she took and got it declawed. And forever, the cat was just an inside cat, you know, and I didn't have an issue with the cat time because it wasn't tearing nothing up. And the cat started getting by the front door and constantly wanting to kind of go outside, you know, getting brave or whatever. And so I opened the front door, and he would just sit on the front porch and just look. Then he would come back inside. Then he got more relaxed, wanting to go out more. Y'all keep looking like something's going to get me. Y'all freaking me out here.
Somebody walked.
Ghost.
And
I think it might have been the wind.
I'll go check.
And the cat, yeah, you want to be on microphone out there. And all of a sudden one day, the cat came up missing again. And we're having a birthday party at the house for one of the girls. And my little brother at the time said, hey, Matt, can you come here and look at this? And I go over by this. We used to have a big playground in the backyard. And sure enough, that cat was dead. Like something cut it open and ate the insides out of the cat. It was really weird, you know. Maybe a coyote or, I mean, I don't know what would do that. But it was dead. And so I went out there, me and my brother put it in a trash bag with a shovel, went out to the corner of my property, dug a hole, and buried the cat. About 2 years later.
Don't say the cat reappeared. It didn't happen.
2 years later, my daughter Emma comes to me and she's just she's a little kid, you know. She's probably 8, 19 years old. She's like, Dad, I can't go sleep. There's something outside my window, you know. Like, ain't nothing outside your window. You better go in there before I whip your butt. No, Dad, there's something out there. And so I get up and I walk in there, you know. Y'all know I'm scared, right?
I'm surprised this is going this great.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to say, get back in that bedroom and lock your door and don't call me.
And so I walk over to the window and I kind of put my head I'm not opening the windows because I want, hey, that's another side note. At nighttime, like, I won't open the blinds and look out the window. I'm scared there's going to be a fight. So I didn't open the blinds to see. Like when sun goes out my house, all the blinds get shut. You will not see me open them up to look out at all because I see too many scary movies where there's someone standing right there. So anyways, I'll lean over there and just kind of put my ear to it like that, and I hear noise. I'm like, what the heck is that, man? There's something out there. And I'm like,
That's when he went back to his room, told her to go to bed. After he knew something was out there.
So I'm like, crap, I gotta go out there. And so I'm walking to the front door and all 3 kids, girls behind me looking like that. So I mean, I gotta look tough and everything. I opened the front door and it was during Christmas time. We had Christmas lights up. Bootsy, what seems to look just like Bootsy, was sitting on my front porch going, and everything. And my daughters, you know, I was scared to death because I'm like, I know I buried that cat.
Or it was a different cat you buried.
And
You found Pet
and
Cemetery.
the kids go, oh, Daddy, it's Christmas caroling. They thought that was Christmas caroling. And man, until we moved from that house, that cat would show up around Christmas time every year in my front yard. Never seen a cat through the other 11 months of the year, but around Christmas time, from that day, every year until we moved, that cat that looked just like the cat I buried would show up and do the in our front yard.
Okay.
Same color, same white, black cat, white feet, everything.
So what you're telling me is you get a Christmas miracle every year and you still think cats are evil. That's what I got out of this. That's what I got. I mean, that sounds like a Christmas miracle to me, you know?
I mean, you could take it that way with the caroling. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I still to this day don't know. It's one of those things that's unexplained.
Unexplained, yeah.
Okay, so I guess that can go into another question. If animals ruled the world, which animal would be the leader?
If what?
If animals, like, let's say animal, you know how humans are over the world?
Right.
Right? Let's say if it was animals, who would be the leader? What animal would be the leader of the world?
They say the lion's the king of the jungle, right? Ain't the lion the king of the jungle?
Yeah.
This is a term, but they don't live in jungles.
They don't live
so
in
it doesn't
jungles,
really make
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
But
They live in the savannah.
yeah.
No, I don't know. What do you think?
Probably think it'd be like an ape or something.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Silverback
Like an
gorilla.
ape or a gorilla.
Yeah.
Or a monkey.
Yep.
Man, I think maybe a kangaroo.
Nah.
I don't know about that, man. You get one of them big old gorillas,
Dude,
man.
have you seen no kangaroos?
I mean, you're not wrong. I've seen the one, but have you seen that video of the guy, that kangaroo? It's got that guy's dog.
Yeah.
The guy runs after the kangaroo and just
Yes.
gives him a Mike Tyson right to the cheek. I feel like if you can do that to an animal and get away, you're not going to be the king of anything. You know what I'm saying?
I was
I
joking
think if
about
you-
the kangaroo, but you think a gorilla can, like, a gorilla and a lion got in a fight, I mean, what would you win?
A gorilla would literally rip a lion's jaw off.
Yeah.
Like, gorillas are like one of the strongest things on the planet, dude.
I mean, they got to be fast enough, though.
Dude, why you got to be fast if whenever it's coming at you, you do this and it
How
stops?
strong they are.
Yeah, dude.
The popular question right now is not really like the gorilla versus the lion. It's
gorilla versus
the
men.
bear. Well, you got gorilla versus 100 men was like
Right.
the
Yeah, right.
famous question not too long ago.
Yeah.
But it's always been the gorilla versus the
gorilla.
grizzly bear.
A gorilla.
Because the grizzly bear is incredibly strong as well and 3 times heavier than a gorilla. But
And fast.
I also heard that the polar bear is like, they're like human hunters.
yeah.
They are.
They
Like,
say if
straight
a
up
polar
human
bear
hunters.
is hunting you, you might as well just go ahead and lay it down. Like,
You got
it's
nowhere to
over.
go.
You're not getting away.
got nowhere
King
to go.
Kong kicked Godzilla's butt.
That's a big lizard, though.
You know, I've never seen any of those, like the old ones, the new ones.
Oh,
I've never
watched
seen any of Gorilla or Kong, Godzilla, none of that stuff. I just never.
If
I'm not a
you-
big sci-fi guy.
If you were able to be an animal, what animal would it be?
Obviously, one that can walk.
Whatever's got the most legs for man. That way if something bad happens, he's got more to lean on.
Centipede.
Centipede. No.
Take him all day to put his shoes on.
Yeah. If I lose 2, I got 50 more. Which animal would you be?
Be a lizard. Dude, you could be a lizard. They grow back. You can cut off a piece of a lizard, it grows back.
That's their tail.
Is it just
That's
the tail?
their tail.
It's just the tail.
Are y'all sure?
Yeah. They do. That's a defense mechanism.
I'll tell you exactly what I would be: a teacup Chihuahua or a teacup Yorkie, one of the two.
You just want a chick hold you.
I'm gonna have some pretty lady taking care of me the rest of my life. That's all I got to worry
Going
about.
up in a pound.
That is all.
I don't know. What animal would you want to be, Tyson?
I really don't know. I think the gorillas are pretty cool because they're intelligent. They're strong.
Oh, one of our clients is here, Jeff
Oh.
Howard.
Oh, Jeff Howard.
Yeah.
Well, he comes last Monday
comes
during
every
podcast.
Monday
I
now,
mean,
yeah.
maybe we need to send a email out to him that,
Well, we
hey
need
Jeff,
to
we're shooting at this
Invite
time.
him to the podcast.
Huh?
We need to invite him to a podcast.
Maybe we get him on here and start asking him like crazy questions and see how Mr. Jeff Howard responds to it.
Yeah.
But for me, I mean, what about you? What animal?
Man, it would probably be. Man, it's a really hard question because see, I also have the same like Chris Quinn. I bring it back to video games. I always have the same theory. Like, all right, whenever I play a lot of sports video games and stuff, right? Well, my guy is never 6 foot, 300 pounds or whatever. He's 6'5", 215. He's like the idea. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I kind of feel like it's the same thing whenever I'm choosing the animal. Like, yeah, I mean, would it be awesome to be as like powerful as like a rhino? Yeah, but man, I've been big my whole life. Like, so give me something skinny. You know what I mean? Like, if I can change myself into anything, so I don't know, or like a bird or something. You know what I mean? So that way I can like fly. Because that's the one thing I've never been is like the fastest. You know what I mean? So hey,
Eagle would
anything
be
like
pretty
fleet
cool.
foot, that'd be cool.
Eagle. But my only deal is like, I would want to have some type of intelligence and emotions. You know what I mean? And I don't know.
Just be a dog.
I think I'd want to be like a swordfish. like how like Dory,
A swordfish.
like Dory, like he's got no care in the world. It just swims. That's it.
You see, but that's the whole thing about being any kind of fish is that, like, dude, again, big guy over here. I'm kind of lazy, bro. You got to swim always. Like, you can't ever stop swimming.
No,
you know what I
watch
mean?
Nemo, they get in the current and it just takes them.
But like as a swordfish, like you can like jump like way in the air, and you're probably one of the prettiest fish in the ocean. And then
Kangaroo
also as a
jump
fish,
high.
look, we can see everything that is on the land. Right? We don't know what's in the ocean. We really don't. There's so much depths of the ocean that we really don't know about. And I would be a fish and just swim my little self down there. Find out, probably get eaten, but
I was gonna say, you don't want to be down there.
Yeah, octopus.
no, I've been no octopus.
And I'm very partial to sharks, so a shark would be probably what I would pick. But
Okay, what's the coolest shark then?
the coolest shark?
Megalodon.
I mean, Megalodon is awesome, but
Are they?
they're
Big old
extinct.
hammerhead is pretty cool too.
Are they?
I mean, depends on who you talk to. My thought is they're extinct, but
What's the biggest shark? The great white. After that, is the one.
technically no. The biggest shark is the whale shark.
The whale shark.
But the coolest shark is, in my opinion, probably the mako. I do
Yeah.
love the mako shark.
Yeah.
It's the fastest shark in the water.
How fast they swim?
Like upwards of 60 miles an hour.
How much?
60.
That's cooking, dude.
Yeah.
That's cooking. Like
That's
you
how
ain't getting
the
away.
sailfish
know
is
that.
up there too.
Huh?
How would you even know that?
I have been reading.
He has a shark tattoo.
I've got.
I mean, he's a
multiple
shark.
tattoos.
Leave your clothes on.
Hey, I'm not taking my clothes off. I've been obsessed with sharks since the time I was in second grade. I started reading every book that I could in the library, reading everything I could. By the time I was like 8 or 9, Discovery Channel would come out with Shark Week, so I would watch Shark Week constantly. By the time I was like 16 or 17, I'd seen everything that Shark Week could ever offer, so I kind of fell off on that side. But it also, I just love and have read and watched anything I can. Shark movies are great. I watched Jaws when I was in second grade, and that's what started it. I saw Jaws. I should not have been watching that movie as a 6 or 7-year-old kid, but it just turned
watch
something into me. I freaking love it. And
It's scary. I
it
didn't
is
watch
scary.
it.
What?
Anyways, yeah, I love sharks. I just know a lot about them.
So speaking of unusual facts, and y'all got any like unusual facts that Maddie just shared with us about sharks swimming 60 miles an hour?
You also can't pet sharks either.
We went over this last week because their skin.
Yeah, did Chris bring that up?
Yeah, he
too?
did. He did bring
you
that up,
cannot,
yeah.
That's why I was agreeing with him. Everybody's like, yes, you can. But no, you cannot pet a shark. You can run your hand one way and they feel smooth. But the second you drag your hand the opposite way, they almost have like a pointy scale to them and it'll dig into your hand.
I thought the shark skin was just like a catfish type skin, where it's just like smooth.
A lot, and some sharks are, but a lot of them have that weird scale. You can't even see that. You can't see that abrasiveness like to the naked eye. It's something that you can only feel.
Does the great whites have that?
Yep.
What if?
I mean, who's petting great whites? But
Ball, Maddie Pruitt.
I was about to say, look, I mean, that's all fascinating and everything. If I see a shark, the last thing on my mind I'm worrying about is rubbing my hand along the side of it to check out the scale.
Would you get one of those cages down in the ocean and
Yes.
do the blood bait? And
yep.
He
My
said, hell no.
my dream is to go to Seal Island, which is off the coast of Africa, and do not necessarily a cage dive, but they do offer it. But as to this is the only place in the world where great whites will actually breach, which means they come out of the water to attack a seal. You don't see that anywhere else. Great whites are all over the world, but it's in this only one vicinity where they breach out of the water as they're attacking a seal. And, you see a full shark come out of the water, but they don't do that anywhere else in the world, which is strange. Because there's seals all over the place, too. There's seals all over Australia, but there's a huge great white population there, but they don't breach like that. It's only in this one spot in the world, and they don't know why. And a lot of those same great whites will swim to Australia for certain areas, for certain times of the year, and then they come back.
So I guess you get really geeked up about Shark Week on Discovery Channel.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah.
My wife and my daughter and myself went down to an island in Mexico somewhere on a cruise, and they had the adventure where you could pet the dolphins. Mm-hmm. And we did it, and I don't even want to pet a dang dolphin.
But don't they say that dolphins is the closest thing to a human there is?
Intelligence-wise, yeah.
They got big teeth, too.
Dolphins?
Pointed, sharp, big teeth.
Really?
Yeah, they're carnivores, or I don't know if they.
Yeah, there's your fun fact not a lot of people know. If dolphins were above ground, every single one of them, at least every single one of the males would be in prison.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's something you don't know.
They're,
They are a force upon type animal, and every single male will
So are cats.
force himself upon females like very often, and other types of things.
Yeah.
So every single one of them would be in jail if they were above the water or above the water line. So there you go.
Fish, huh?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't go skinny dipping in Cozumel. I think so. That's the lesson learned here. Now, when I was in that's pretty funny, wasn't it? When I was down in what is it? Where everybody goes, Destin, Florida, and we went deep sea fishing one day, and we're coming back into the port area, and we had a 12-foot hammerhead, not a 12-foot, like a 20-foot. It's huge. It's long as a boat. Hammerhead surfaced to the top of the water and looked like it had got hooked on something with a rope going around its head and was dragging something because it was putting an indention on his deal, And I'm thinking about, I was sitting there hollering at my father-in-law this time, like, kill that blankety blank. Get the gaff, let's get it. I want to be the guy at the, up at the dock on this thing up. Everybody's coming taking our pictures and everything, but everybody was too scared to gaff it. And I didn't gaff it either. I was trying to get somebody else, but it surfaced all the way up to the top of the water, which was pretty wild. I've never seen a shark that big, and it's every bit of 12 to 20 foot long. And that was, I could see shoreline. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's how close it was, I'm not I don't get in the ocean.
Jacob caught a 12-foot tiger shark right on the beach in Florida.
Do you get in the ocean? Will you swim in the ocean?
I'm not scared of the sharks. I'm scared of the jellyfish.
Hey, that's the real too. That's some real stuff right there too.
Like a shark attack is pretty rare.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty rare.
Considerably rare.
I think it's
Got a
probably
better chance of
Google it.
getting
How many
struck by
shark
lightning.
attacks are in the U.S.?
In the U.S.?
In the world.
Oh, in the world, you probably
Every
have
year.
like 30 or 40 a year.
Yeah,
I'd say.
that's not. Considering that there is millions
Considered.
and millions and millions of people that swim.
You know how many people die from hippos a year?
A
lot more than
A lot
sharks.
more than sharks.
500. It was on Neck and Afraid last
That's
night.
why I don't want to be around sharks or hippos, because even if there's only 30 a year, if I get around a shark, he's biting me. I'm out.
Well, most sharks don't even want to eat you. They just are
Wanna
curious.
kill you.
No.
And if they do bite you, they're not trying to eat you. They just
Yeah.
want to
I mean,
taste, I guess.
it depends on, it depends
Look, a little leg
depends on the
snack.
species.
Kinda like
But great
cats.
whites aren't trying to kill you most of the time.
Most of the ones that attack are they're tiger sharks, right?
Tiger sharks and bull sharks
Yeah.
are more likely to kill you than
And
Bull
then
sharks
a
are
bull
the ones
shark
I
is
heard
just
are the worst,
smaller,
yeah.
and they normally don't kill them. They just take a bite.
I mean, their teeth are still strong enough.
They act
their
like that's
jaws are strong
okay.
enough
Yeah.
that- I mean,
They're not trying to.
No, they just want to bite.
bite
So
you
it
in half.
says 60 to 75 confirmed unprovoked shark attacks annually, with an average of about 6 to 10 of these encounters being fatal.
yeah.
And most occur in the U.S. and Australia, often involving surfers.
Yeah.
So there you go. Just don't get on a surfboard.
Because they look like seals from under the water. They're looking up at you. They think you're a seal because you're a big old body.
So total aside, since I just said something about surfboards, have you guys ever been skiing or snowboarding?
I have.
Skiing is quite possibly the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life.
It is absolutely. I've done it once. I'll never do it again.
Oh, me,
Because-
same.
because
Same.
Matt can't pizza.
Same.
This is before I got hurt.
I was gonna
Do they
say.
have a
So,
chair
I think
on the
you.
skis?
I don't think you could do it right now.
So pizza, they teach you to stop is to turn your skis in like that.
Pizza and French fry.
Yeah. When Matt skied, all he did was French fry.
I'm watching the TV this weekend, and I guess it was the Paralympics or whatever, but they were skiing people that can't use their legs.
Right.
And they had a chair on the skis,
Yeah.
and they just used the poles, and they could ski really good.
Yeah.
There you go, Matt.
Yeah.
There's hope.
I don't know. Last time I went.
I was thinking it. I didn't say it. I was thinking it. I didn't say it.
Last time I went skiing, I do recall when I was trying to pizza.
Yeah.
You know, I did a lot of crashing. I just had to fall over sideways to stop.
That's what
I ran in. I remember we did the we did the school first, right? Then we went up the chair and we come down, and he's like, all right, we're going up on our first slope, and I think it was green is the next. Is that right? Green, blue, then black.
Yeah.
So we went up to a green, and the scariest part is getting on and off the chairlift. It was absolutely horrifying. And I get off the chairlift, and you had to turn right there, and you go down, and all these people from the school were stopped right there waiting on me because I was a gentleman. And I let everybody on. Plus, I was scared to get on, to get on the lift. So I know nobody see me in the school. So when I get off, there was a heavy-set girl that was in the school with us down there. And when I got off the lift, and I'm going down to him, I couldn't stop. My skis went right between her skis. And I just grabbed her like that. Before you know it, both of us are going down the mountain.
He liked that.
We both was screaming, and you're like parting the Red Sea down there. People saw us coming. People's getting out of the way. And, that was my skiing experience. But when I was there, back on topic, when I saw the handicapped people there, I didn't think about it then because I wasn't handicapped. But I thought about it after I got handicapped, that the people there, they put like leashes on them and put them in an orange helmet, and they got skiers behind them, and they're like moving them down the mountain and stuff. And I just felt like I didn't want to be that person, like, oh, there comes Matt down the mountain and be hooked to a leash and wear an orange helmet. So I never went back. So to hear that they have a possible chair to sit on and not to be singled out in a crowd of people coming down the mountain, sounds interesting.
It was pretty cool to watch, really
Yeah.
was.
So if you could be in a movie, what movie would it be?
Be in a movie?
Yeah, like if you got to pick a movie and it became your life, what movie would it be?
That's a tricky question.
It is a tricky question. There's a lot of good choices, though. You know what I mean? There's a lot of good choices. Do I get to choose what character in the movie
you
I
play
am?
you though, like you just play you. But I mean, I guess you could be okay. We'll switch it. You be the main character.
Okay.
I think it'd be a movie that has a lot of sequels. So I could be the more than one. So fast, because I'm so fast and the furious.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a good choice.
Yeah.
B, hang out with your family. Nothing but family.
I like the old westerns like Gunfight at OK Corral or Yellowstone, the old Yellowstone shows.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think, I like, my favorite movies to watch are probably westerns and medieval, like knights and that sort of deal.
Gladiator.
Yeah. Ragnar. That's not a movie, but the series, the Viking series and stuff. And I mean, I don't know. They had did y'all watch the Vikings at all?
I did. Ragnar Lothbrok.
So Ragnar's son, the one that was the crippled one, that I would probably want to be that guy. what was it? What's his name? He had like a Roman sled that he came in fighting on.
Yeah.
That they built him because he couldn't walk. It's something that cripple.
Yeah.
His name.
I can't remember, but I feel
Harry
like-
Henry.
I almost feel like it's not PC enough for this podcast.
Yeah.
It's something kind of.
But I don't know. I think probably like a Viking or something like that. The combat and the war, the action and that sort of stuff.
I think it would be Wonder Woman.
You would be Wonder Woman?
No.
Okay.
I'll be whoever Wonder Woman's with, I guess.
Is that your secret celebrity crush is Wonder Woman?
It's not a secret. It's not a secret.
Well, you see, I went the total opposite way. My thought was, if I can be like the main character and get to like take over that person. Oh no, I can tell you right now, it would 100% be Brad Pitt and Troy. Like, I don't know if y'all have ever seen Troy, but that's like maybe my favorite movie of all time. But I don't know. So, and I know that he's usually more of like a pretty boy like type actor or whatever. I don't know, something about his portrayal. And I know the movie was like really off of like what actual history was and everything, but no, I don't know. For some reason I always thought Achilles was super cool. So, and that's who Brad Pitt played. So
Ivar the Boneless is the name of the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause he
okay.
Yeah.
Ivar, that's right.
Yeah. It was bothering me. I couldn't remember. I don't know what I would be in. I mean, it'd have to be something. Are we? Let me dig into your question. Is the movie our life now, or are we just the actor in the movie?
No, it's your life.
So that's the life that we're.
So
gonna
who are
live.
you in Wonder Woman?
I don't know.
He said Wonder Woman.
No,
He is Wonder Woman.
Whoever she's with, I don't know.
Superman.
You want to be Wonder Woman's boyfriend?
Yeah.
It's Scott.
I don't really know. I think it'd be cool to be like Tom Cruise in the Mission Impossible series.
Yeah, it's a good one
That
too.
would be
That'd
kind of
be
cool.
awesome.
Only problem then is you have to be a Scientologist, but it is what it is.
No, I'm in the movie. I don't care about what his life is outside of the movie. Or just Tony Stark.
I got
Tony
another-
Stark
There you go.
would be
That works.
awesome.
That works.
Yeah.
So let's say that you are the king of a small island, and you could only bring 3 people to live with you, famous people to live with you
Oh, I love
for
this
5
question.
years. Who would it be? Small island. You see each other every day. You all that other stuff.
This is a loaded question, by the way.
Oh, it's totally loaded.
Yeah.
I think we only got enough time for one answer. Who wants to take that one on? You want that?
All right. So I can have 3 people. So give me. Man, that's tough. I mean,
Yeah, be careful.
Only reason
We have to be careful.
I asked
You are
the
clear.
single guy. That's why I let him do that.
well, you see, but this tells you a lot about my personality. I see exactly what y'all. My first thought is, what celebrity chef am I taking with me? I mean, who's cooking the food while we're here? You know, so that's like my first. And as much as I hate to admit it, dude, it'd probably be Guy Fieri. Like, I don't watch any of his stuff, but I know he's got like steak restaurants, he's got burger restaurants, he's got pizza places, so he can do a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm gonna take Guy Fieri with me. That's gonna be my choice. So that way I can make sure I got all kinds of good food. So there we go.
You need a hunter.
Okay, I'm the hunter. Come on, man. Come on. I do that kind of thing. Now,
Remember the liver story?
That's right.
Okay, so that's a good. Okay, so I take my best friend. My best friend Mike. He owns unless the
He's
what
not
is it?
famous,
Unless
though.
the NRA is listening or whatever.
famous?
Oh, okay. I forgot. It's supposed to be famous people. It's supposed to be famous people. Okay. Going to the hunter. Jared Allen. Y'all know who Jared Allen is? Played for the Vikings.
Yeah.
For I don't know if y'all know, but that's like his second career. He's like an outdoorsman. Like he goes like elk hunting with like knives. Like the dude is crazy. Like he'll jump out of a tree with a spear. and
So
stuff.
you got the hunting, you got the cook. I mean,
Now you need a woman.
you got to find a woman. I mean, you got to reproduce.
Okay.
You don't have to.
You can practice a lot.
I mean, I don't. But you see that last one that becomes because, man, like I told you, I'm kind of a curmudgeon, man. I'm kind of an old man built into a 30-something-year-old body. Like, I have to like go talk to people for at least like 10, 15. Because I'm telling you right now, if you're just that like. You know, like, oh, what are we doing? What's going on? I can't do it. I just can't. You know what I mean? It is what it is with me. So I need like a chick that's kind of like can hang out with the bros. Does that make sense? Like that's kind of my thing. So I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know. There's a million answers
So
there, but
maybe
it'd be
like
something
a
like that.
woman sports
Megan
broadcaster.
Yeah. Sure. Possibly.
Sure.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Emily Jones with the Rangers.
Okay. I mean, there you go. There's your good option. Emily
If I was
Jones.
going to pick somebody like the way that you're talking, like a sports
Yeah.
broadcaster,
It'd have to be basically her or like Julie Dobbs or Jane Slater, I guess would be really your only
yeah.
options right there. Yeah, I'd probably go with Jane.
Yeah.
So there we go.
If there's 365 days in a year and they only name 7 days, why don't they other days have a name?
Well, I think that goes down to it took 7 days to create, right?
I was literally reading last night because I'm doing a study on Adam and
Eve.
Peter. No, on Adam and Peter. You'll hear about it. But anyways, I was thinking that same question, and then I was like, well, obviously I already knew that, but just reading it over again is like, it's crazy how people can say that, the Bible's made up or this or that, but if you look around the world, everything is created off of the Bible. Like, it's just like...
We're the ones that named everything. What gets me on that, and we're getting down a rabbit hole here a little bit, but is you see these things that you don't have 12 months in a year.
Yeah.
But I think 1,000 years ago, there was more than 12 months in a year. I don't know when they first started using the calendar, but the springtime, biblically the harvest time is the springtime, right? I mean, scholar here, that used to be the first day of the year. It wasn't January, because you get into these prefixes of like October. Oct means 10th, and sept, and these deals are mean certain numbers and everything. I believe that there used to be like 13 months into the year, and so I don't know why I've been going through this thing. It's something that I've been coming across a lot of.
No, that makes sense though.
TikTok here lately is like, what year are we really in?
Well, there was a thing.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, there was a thing thousands of years ago, and I can't remember all the exact details, but there was like a changing of the calendar at one point in our history. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm not arguing that. I do think that there's probably been lots of changes. Just like, did Adam and Eve really call a cow? We don't know that. Like, yes, he gave.
Well, that's thought in translations. I mean,
yeah,
through
right.
translations,
and I think it's the same thing when it comes to that. It's just
months and years, and
even the aspect of time. Humans created the aspect of time.
yeah.
So the Gregorian calendar, and I couldn't remember, but the Gregorian calendar, which is what we use now, was introduced by Pope Gregory the 13th in February 1582 to correct inaccuracies in the Julian calendar, which had drifted out of sync with the seasons. It officially took effect in Catholic Europe on October 4th, 1582, with October 15th, 1582 immediately following. So they added there was 11 days that didn't actually happen. So it's a little off of what yours a
Hey, you're
month
500
or whatever,
years ago, they changed the calendar.
Yeah. But I mean, so what is the possibility that could have happened? Like you're saying, like Braven was saying, kind of a combo. What happened? I mean, maybe 500 years before that, why couldn't have it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And lose 100 years somewhere or something like that, So
You ever get down any rabbit holes or anything like that?
I did. I got down. I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep saying.
No, you're
but
good.
have y'all seen Graham Hancock? Have y'all seen that guy? I fell for his BS real hard there for a minute. He had this whole thing where he thought that there was like an advanced civilization that lived like 10,000 years ago and got wiped off the planet. And man, and this is when I was still working at
Teletarians.
No, it was even worse. It was Atlanteans. So that's whenever I was like, okay, so this is all crap. But I was working in data technology in the oil field. I mean, I was on frac sites. Like that's what I was working on, frac sites in my little shelter doing the data technology stuff, and just nothing going on. You're literally watching water and sand go down a hole, so you're just looking at stuff, and man, you'd be bored. And I work the night shift, so it's 3:00 in the morning, nothing else better to do. And I'd be watching this guy, and there was this ice cap over Canada, and then a meteor hit it and everything melted. And then the next thing you know, this civilization's gone, but there's a few left, and look at the pyramids, and it was Atlantis. And I was like, oh yeah, okay. Like that's when you lost me. But dude, for about a solid 6 months.
Atlantis?
No. No.
Ooh.
No.
I do.
I think I do too.
I think I do too.
It's just
I think there's a lot of stuff before the flood that happened, because there's artifacts at the bottom of, I don't know, it's the Mediterranean Sea or somewhere over there. Like there's huge statues at the bottom of this lake. Sea or whatever you want to call it. And even off the Gulf of Mexico and down there, you go out there, there's ruins and stuff out there where the waters were much lower before, I would imagine, the Great Flood and everything. That stuff got covered up. I believe they had technology back there as far as electricity. Man, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I get in the rabbit hole of the Leviathan.
The what?
The Leviathan. It's like the Bible. They say.
How do you spell that?
Some God done that.
Yeah, I know he can't spell.
But they say that he it is a Bible character. Like it is a real thing. It's just, of course, everybody's like, well, what happened to it? When it's coming back? This, that, whatever. But some people believe that it lives in the depths of the ocean, and
Was that a creature?
yeah, and God will release it to like after during the tribulation. The Leviathan is in the Bible, but as far as like what's going to happen, what's the purpose of it? I guess that's kind of all interpretation.
I was about to say, so, and this might go in a direction we don't want to go. I can always cut it out. But I feel like it's a lot of the stuff like that in the Bible is more metaphorical. You know what I'm saying? Like, do I believe that there's actually, do I believe that there's actually like some giant demon in the middle of the earth? No, because to be honest with you, then that sounds like mythology or anything else like
Right.
that. But could I 100% see, I mean, back in that time,
But-
whenever they're writing that story, you need some kind of way to paint a picture.
Right.
Do you
I
believe,
can see
you believe
that.
in like
Here-
the fallen angels and stuff?
Here's my here's my argument against that. And I mean, it's not an argument; it's just a conversation, of course. But when
The fallen angel,
You say
by the way.
the Whoa, hang on, we have to go back to that.
There was only one that I knew of for sure.
It says a third of the heaven fell with them.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I did miss that part, but I knew there was one
Yeah,
particular
right.
feller that fell out of the sky. That
So
wasn't very good.
there's a theory amongst people.
Hang on, let me finish. Hang on, because it's getting. So what you're saying about you're calling it a demon, but it's technically not a demon. It's a creature, just like all the creatures we have on Earth.
Sure.
Like dragons. Do you believe in dragons or dinosaurs?
Okay, I feel like dragons and dinosaurs is two different questions.
I mean, it is two different things, but like.
Dragons, no. Dinosaurs, yes.
So that's a biblical thing too. It talks about the creatures that. So it's like.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, they had the name dinosaurs back then.
Yeah.
So there's
That's
a,
true.
there's a belief.
That's true.
There's people that believe this. You get on these rabbit holes too. That even the fun fact, if you Google it here in a minute, it'll tell you. But back when Adam and Eve were here, that the atmosphere and the oxygen level was so pure that things grew a lot
So much
bigger.
bigger.
I can
bigger.
believe that.
And you go in there, and I believe last time I looked, I checked it because I saw it on TikTok or something. That you ask Google how tall were Adam and Eve.
They're like 5'2". Tiny.
Google it, see what it says real quick.
I bet you
We'll
they're
pause and wait.
tiny.
I'm not saying Google is right. I'm just
Another, while he's looking that up, thing that about Adam and Eve that I guess I've just read the passage a lot, but just skimmed over it. So we all know that the reason that women have childbearing pains is because Eve ate the apple, right? That's when sin entered in. That was our punishment. But for men, that's why that's why we have to work for the things that we have. That's why we have to work the land to get fruit and plants and all that other stuff. You have to. Back then, it was just given to you.
Come on, dog.
what does it say?
15 feet. Come on, dog.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, Google, people believe that Adam and Eve are 15 foot tall. And there's that guy, Greg White or something, that found, I think it was Greg White or something to that effect, found part of Noah's Ark. It's up in the Turkish mountains. I'm sure all of y'all ran across the video of like that. They believe they found Noah's and his wife's tomb. They found bones up there.
Okay.
They found human finger bones that are like this that would tell you that they were giants back then. And I find that very interesting.
Well, there were giants. Maybe the Philistines.
But I mean, they're saying Noah was a giant. I mean, it's what these people are saying from the artifacts that they found by Noah's Ark and everything. And you look at Google, it shows that you ask Google how tall Adam and Eve were, and it says 15 feet.
I mean, but you've got to kind of like. I'm not a person that's like, all right, let's try and break everything down, but there's some like indisputable facts. Like you look at skeletons from a couple thousand years ago, like when they found people like in Pompeii or whatever and stuff like that. They're tiny. They're not tiny, but I mean, people have grown taller as the generations go on. People have gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. So there's got to be. What I'm saying is, how do we go from 15 feet tall to 5'2"? You know what I'm saying? Like in a relatively short span of time.
Do you think that we could possibly be so naive that we think we know a lot more than we really know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the
For
more
instance,
plausible.
One thing,
I think that's just fact.
and not to get, I don't want to go into a Christian debate about anything, but how old is Christianity?
Couple thousand.
And we base everything off of what we know about Christianity. And a lot of things happened before Christianity even existed.
Sure. Sure.
And Adam and Eve, I'm just saying maybe Adam and Eve were 15 feet tall.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know if it really makes any difference if they were 5 feet tall or 15 feet tall. But there's a lot of, it seems to me like we're seeing a lot more really big people starting to, in the NBA, what's that guy's name?
Victor Wembanyama. 7'5" or whatever he is,
They
gigantic
got a
dude.
14-year-old who's about the same size that's coming up through Europe too.
They got that kid at Florida too, University of Florida, Oliver Rio or whatever. He's like 7'9".
You know, Chris was talking about Kareem being the best athlete or whatever we were talking about last week because they changed the rules of basketball because he was so dang tall, much taller than everybody,
Right.
and it wasn't fair. They're going to have to change the rules again because that guy, I can't say his name, Yamanada. or whatever.
Wembanyama, yes.
Wembanyama. He's a phenomenon.
He's crazy. He's a freak, man.
Ask your sign language question.
That's your sign language question? Go ahead.
You word it. I don't know how to word it.
How do you word it?
You say it. You ask it. Your question.
How'd it go? So if a person's doing sign language, and we'll end with this because we went way over time than we're supposed to.
Oh, yeah, we're like hour 15, yeah.
So if someone's doing sign language and they're missing a finger, is it a what was it?
A speech impediment.
Is
or
it
an
a speech
accent?
impediment or is it an accent?
I mean, that's for sure to me is an accident because, I mean, you go down to Louisiana, they lose a lot of vowels and that kind of stuff down there. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like it's the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, you get the point across. It's just a little, yeah, exactly. There you go. Exactly. Something like that.
Matt, why don't you go ahead and tell us what you think it is?
I think it's a stutter.
Man, we're out.
See you later. Hey, Beyond the Blueprints. We'll see you Wednesday at 11 o'clock. Y'all take care. Keep it classic.
Tired of that builder-grade kitchen or bathroom stuck in 1998? Mosher Contracting has been remodeling homes around Mabank and DFW since 1995. They specialize in kitchen and bath remodels, flooring, room additions, and custom homes, guiding you from start to finish with real communication, not guesswork. See it in person at their kitchen and bath showroom at 235 North Gun Barrel Lane, right next to Elder Dodge in Gun Barrel City, Texas. Mosher Contracting, your one-stop shop for material and install. Call 903-470-8550, where they take the con out of contracting.